Daily method of operation, aka DMO. One of the things that you must use in order to have a successful day. Otherwise, you're going to feel like you're driving in the middle of the night in a highway with no lights on, with barely any gas on, with no address in the GPS, and you're just driving and hoping that you make it. Well, hope is not necessarily a strategy, and the DMO is definitely the fix that you need to have the most productive day in your business. This is the ME Show.
I've been caught up since the day that we met, and you haven't seen the best of me yet. There's nothing like you and me together, and your eyes have been so hard to forget. But there's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. It don't matter how much time it takes. I just can't give up. Whoa, I just can't give up. Can't give up. I just can't give up. I just can't give up.
What is going on, everybody? Ali Midawi in a brand new installment of the ME Show. Do us a solid favor. Let us know where you are chiming in from. And if you are an entrepreneur, you definitely want to let us know what industry you are in, what city and state you happen to be in. That way you can connect with one another, regardless of what platform you are watching this from. And definitely let me know if you are watching live or on a replay. So let's talk about the daily method of operation. Why do you need it? Well, it's just like when you walk into a job, you have a specific routine or specific items that you know can create a successful day for you, and or if you don't follow it, you won't. I talked about this before, and I always refer to when I used to work in Ruby Tuesday back in 2009, 2010. And when I was in Ruby Tuesday, I left in 2009. It was a little bit before that. But when I left Ruby Tuesday, I remember there was this thing that we always called the checklist. It was a clipboard that would always hang in the kitchen. And in the moment that I walk in, the first thing that I do is that clipboard. And I have all of my items that I needed to make sure that they were done. Checking the line, making sure that there's enough biscuits prepared, making sure that, soups were ready to be prepped and thawed out, making sure that everything was in the right place, making sure everything was dated, making sure that the dishwasher machine was put together the proper way with the right chemicals, making sure that the ice machine was emptied out the night before and cleaned up from the inside so there is never any mold anywhere in there. So there was all these different things. And the moment I followed it, and I would always have a perfect day. If you don't follow it, I can almost guarantee you would have not so much of a good day. And the reason was, the dishwasher will just, start sounding off in the middle of, your rush hour because, the chemicals weren't leveled the proper way. And just like that, the dishes are piling up, and then somebody in the servers say, hey, this is getting piled up because the machine is not washing. And all of a sudden you got a plate or two that break. You now are getting off the line. You're cleaning the plates. You're getting backed up in the kitchen. The burgers just burned. You see how the chaos could happen. So a daily method of operation operates the same exact way, is where you have a systematic way of doing things each and every single day that is around income producing activities that are a must in order for you to have a productive day. Now, in many cases, many people have their own itemized way of doing it. Me personally, I break it down in 4 different categories, and I'm going to share those with you right now. So the very first category that I do is making sure that I have connections, meaning that I'm connecting with brand new people or reconnecting with people that I haven't talked to in the last 90 days. It's not prospecting, it's just connecting with people. Hey, I look forward to learn more about you and your professional background. Oh my goodness, I see we've been connected and I never talked to you. I'll do a better job. Happy birthday, happy new year, happy holiday, happy whatever holiday that is going on during that season, right? So the connections are great because connections initiate a dialogue. Dialogues initiate relationships. And I make sure that every single day I personally do at least 30 new connections or reconnections every single day. That will fill up my pipeline of conversations, which would lead eventually to people, A, from an algorithmic standpoint, looking at my timeline, looking at my newsfeed, engaging with me, and B, it's creating another link of our relationship that I want to keep on creating and making better. Because when you have a real meaningful relationship, people know you, they like you, they trust you. So that's why it's important to connect. The second component that I have in my DMO is conversations. Now, what I mean by conversations, these are conversations about your business. This is when you transition from, hey, who are you and what do you do? Beautiful kids pictures, awesome vacation, whatever the dialogue may be, to, hey, by the way, have you and I talked about what I am currently working on? Because based on what you have on your timeline, I think there may be relevance to what you do with what I have. So I'd love a virtual coffee and just chat about it if you're open to it, right? Or whatever the approach that you have based on the business model that you are in. So again, conversations for me are essential as well in order to have business growth. So at least 10 conversations, max will be 30 conversations for me. And because I have all the initial connections that are taking place, it automatically overflows into conversations. It's like it goes hand in hand. So I don't have to try hard per se. I just have to maintain my consistency on hitting my 30 connections each and every single day, and it carries over. Now, again, as I'm doing this, there's an Excel spreadsheet that I put a check mark and a check mark and a check mark, and I'll tell you why you need to do that in a moment. Now, on the other hand, I make sure that I have my daily live, like I'm doing with you right now. I make sure that I have my personal growth, reading 10 pages or listening to 10 to 15 minutes of an audiobook. At least I listen to a couple of hours a day. But making sure that I'm reporting to accountability to an accountability partner or a group that I'm part of, making sure that I do the things that make me grow as an individual and a business owner as well with accountability. So again, as I do these items, check to make sure that I'm on the right track with the right things. Now, the last piece is making sure that I connect my potential prospect or brand new client to other individuals that are outside of me, individuals that could validate my services, my offers, my products, or whatever I have going on. So it could be another client, it could be a member, it could be a sales rep, it could be somebody that is affiliated somehow, some way that can validate what I do, or it could be a mentor or an upline if you're a network marketing, or somebody that can educate some more, help solidify the value that the company or the product or the service offers. And at the same exact time, they help you enroll that individual into business, because sometimes we are in the way of a sale to take place. So you got to remove yourself out of the equation and let someone else solidifies the offer and solidify the actual close for you. So that is what I do each and every single day. Everything else is just add on an extra. You notice I didn't mention taking the time and creating a Canva picture every single day. You notice I didn't mention, creating the best, funniest, most viral reel on Instagram or TikTok, or none of the above. Those are add-ons. I'm not saying they're not important, but those are add-ons. It is all about income producing activities. Now, why do I track every single thing every single day? Is because I would like to make sure that I can look on a Friday or on a Saturday and say, okay, I see how my week was, so I can identify, based on what I've done, here are the results that I've created. Therefore, if I double that activity, I can double my income. Or here's what I've done with a little bit of income. Therefore, I need to identify why am I not maximizing my time, my revenue, my efforts and results in order to have the best experience possible. So it could be used also as analysis. But if you don't have a unit of measurement, and what I do in my DMO is I put a point system where it tells me if I am very part-time, or full-time in whatever it is that I'm doing. The reason you have to understand that, and if you need help, reach out to one of our strategic partners, or just go to im.media. I got your back. I can help you out and work you out exactly how to create a daily method of operation, or just DM us really, and we got your back. And by creating a point system, I can hold myself accountable, and I can also make sure that I humble myself by not saying, oh man, look at me, I did a lot of work that might not be income producing activities, but I'm only making $100 a week, right? That's what I get a lot of times when I'm active in network marketing. I get that one person who says, man, I worked like crazy and I can't believe I'm not making any money. And I ask, well, can you show me your DMO? Well, what's that? Okay, well, that's the very first problem. You don't have a system that you are working with that is based on income producing activities. And if they do, if we started to work together, right, usually I would share that. I would ask the individual, hey, can I see your DMO? And when I look at it, I would see that they were doing a lot of non-income producing activities and convincing their mind that they're actually working their business. And that is the main reason and why, in many cases, a lot of people feel overwhelmed. Because the good news about being in business is that you are in business for yourself. Many of us, unfortunately, we do it by ourselves. You are the marketing, you are the sales, you are the operations. You're doing it all by yourself. And therefore, you wonder why you're not being successful. You're stretching yourself way too thin in multiple areas, in multiple positions, in one brand and or company. Now, there are ways that you can handle those delegations required and outsourcing and whatnot when you're ready for it. And I know for a fact that we can help you be ready for it. But in the meanwhile, if you just simply focus on income producing activities, and eventually when you have your cash flow, because if you have cash flow, everything else becomes easy. You can outsource and delegate it all if you have cash flow in hand, right? So this is why I highly recommend today, create your daily method of operations, create a system for yourself. And if you don't, reach out to a support team member that is working with you. If you don't have that, reach out to us. I'll do my very best to help you out. Obviously, you're going to have to go to my Calendly to grab a time slot. Little by little, you're going to start seeing and experiencing results. Now, I have one ninja bonus for you that brings it all home. And just drop the word ninja if you are ready for it in the comments. So here's the thing. Tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way, we have your strategic partner show with Tokoyo Carlton, Debbie Salmons. Your strategic partners are back like never before, and we're bringing the heat. Literally, a lot of exciting things are happening. Yours truly is going to be speaking on a Think and Grow Rich tour that is taking place on Roku TV, Chromecast, Apple TV, live television. I'm so excited about it. On June 10th through the June 13th with every cast member from The Secret, with every human being that I always read their books and looked up to. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity that are coming before us. Also, next week, I'm going to be in Miami, Florida, hosting a launch event for a financial educational platform, 100% in Spanish. Si se habla español, holla at your boy. I can definitely get you a complimentary ticket. Tickets are being sold, but I got a few tickets in hand. If you speak Spanish, or if you know somebody who speaks Spanish who needs that financial literacy, I will be also educating on paradigm change in that event as well. And that's on June 4th. But I will be in Florida from June 1st till about June 5th. And, if you're in Miami area or anywhere around, you want to get together, again, holla at your boy. I'd love to connect with you. So all of these great things are taking place. Here is the ninja bonus for you. You want to time block. And I personally time block all these activities that I told you at a 50-minute increments. So take 50 minutes of connections, 50 minutes of conversation, 50 minutes of live and prospecting, commenting on people's stuff and, accountability and reading. 50 minutes. The reason I do 50 minutes because I need that 10 minute to reset my mind, to relaunch my brain. Even if lean back, take a 10-minute nap and wake up and I just say, good morning, brand new all over again. So time blocking is everything. If you're not time blocking, you're just, you're dragging and you're always going to feel overwhelmed. You're always going to feel behind. So I like to time block and I like to take those 10 minutes, just take a break, go hang out with wifey, grab a cup of coffee, chat for a little bit. So I'm never completely detached from the personal side of me that I love and I enjoy. So that was the ninja bonus for you. Make sure you are utilizing a daily method of operation. For those of you in the influencer attraction media community, you do have access to it under the modules of 3x4. It's under resources. For those of you who are not part of our community, it's an average of $1.50 a day. For those of you who want that financial literacy and absolutely elevating your finances with the very same money that you are making. I'm not talking about recruiting or building, but just having the opportunity to understand financial literacy, including trading and many different areas. Definitely let me know. I'll be in Florida, in Miami specifically next week, and I'd love to connect with you. I love and I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, peace out, everybody. See you at 6.